What a beautiful day. Supposed to have some record heat coming through. 83 degrees yesterday. Good stuff. Get away, cold weather. I don't know if I'm going through another winter. I need warm weather. Yes, I do. I spent 3 decades in the mountains in Tahoe. Cold, right? Although it is great. It gets warm there, but man, the storms roll through super cold. Yeah. I'm looking to get somewhere. I don't know. I got lots of plans. Point is getting away from these monitors long enough to be able to do anything. It's all good. I've been touching grass. Let me go over here in the Alpha Trading Discord. Let's see who's hopping in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know who's waiting. Big Yash. Let's see here. Ding! Dixie. Is it a shitcoin? Question of the day. It's been a shitcoin. Newsflash. You can't just print an unlimited amount of money again and again and again and again. Dude, it's incredible what they've done. Pretty incredible. But hey, these guys are total scammers too. So be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. There's always an agenda. Don't think they can't pump this thing. Don't think they can't pump it. In traditional markets, man, you talk about Dixie hanging on by a thread. These traditional markets are too, man. It's kind of crazy. I mean, there's some stuff, but a lot of it, with a drop like this on Dixie, you should see some massive, massive recoveries in some of these assets, man. It's just not happening. It's just not happening, in my opinion. Meanwhile, crypto's just running. Well, of course. People are getting wise, man. People are getting wise. This is new money, in my opinion. This is new money coming in. So good. Good. Or people just coming back in, right? They've already been in crypto before. There's a lot of new money, in my opinion, though. A lot of new money. My little baby Solana, it's so undervalued, man. Guys, gals, Solana's so undervalued. Never financial advice. Bilbo loves Solana, though. Yes, he does. I mean, it's going to be one of those blockchains. These guys, the devs of Solana, dude, they do nothing but just build. During this brutal bear market, build. Just shutting out all the noise and building, right? Powerful, man. Powerful. Just like a lot of crypto projects, right? They took that opportunity to build. To build indeed. So, Dixie, right? You see in the title, right? What I think about Bitcoin. It's kind of a no-brainer at this point. Digital currency is the future, in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinions. I mean, why do you think all these central banks are freaking going for the CBDCs? I mean, look, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, just like it trades against the U.S. dollar and a lot of other currencies out there, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be the same with the digital currencies that these central banks are releasing. They're just going to trade against those. Everybody's like, oh no, look out, crypto's going to die, right? The central banks are building digital currencies. Yeah, because digital currencies is the freaking future. That's why that's why I don't buy gold and silver anymore. I really don't, right? It's an old, antiquated way to store value. We're in the future, right? It's a no-brainer. Digital currencies. Now, here's the question though. Do I really like that? I'll be honest. No, I don't. Anybody that knows me, yeah, I'm not stupid. I know where this is all heading, right? It's been cooking for decades to get control of everybody's finances. This is exactly what digital currencies are about. As governments will gaslight people about that, cryptocurrency is only used by criminals. Yeah, some of the biggest criminals, like politicians, right? It's incredible. So as they are gaslighting people that cryptocurrency is bad, they're stacking their bags. All these big firms buying up Bitcoin, This has been going on for years, right? Jamie Dimon, he's one of the worst at it. He literally, this was a riot. This happened years ago. Jamie Dimon came out, said if he caught any of his employees buying cryptocurrency, you're fired on the spot. That day, JP Morgan bought $500 million of Bitcoin. Hello? It's all a crock of crap, man. They're trying to get control, right? They want it all. They want it all. They want to distribute it to the peasants, right? To all the dumb money. That's what they call us. They call us dumb money. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So that's an answer to that too. But I'm not dumb, right? I'm just rolling with it. What am I going to do? Stand up? This is bad. This is bad. No, man. I'm just going to roll with the punches. Roll with the punches until this whole shit show just explodes. I mean, this thing is on a collision course just for disaster. I don't think the dollar's seen the worst of it. But like I was, saying in the beginning, don't be careful, man. Be careful. I mean, this dollar's hurting right now, but they can definitely run this thing. They can definitely run this thing. And meanwhile, Bitcoin, where's it at? So where are we? Thursday now, right? Literally half a day into Tuesday, Bitcoin's already at the top of its weekly range. What have I been saying? Right? Watch what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin's going to range under this level. It's just hanging out. Now, I'm not saying it can't run, but by the end of this week, this is a weekly range. By the end of this week, there is a very high probability that Bitcoin closes below $30,500 just because of that reason right there. But now, as the days progress throughout this week, the distribution levels are there, right? There are areas where Bitcoin can run to. But I'm saying by the close of the week, Bitcoin's data set will be below this area, right? This is why alpha traders, once you learn all these indicators, you understand what you're looking at, you're done buying tops. You're done selling bottoms, right? You're getting everything back in order. Why everybody else is out there doing that? Because it happens all the time, right? It happens all the time. I knew a lot of people that were buying Bitcoin above 16,000 that didn't even know what they were doing, right? Literally did not even know what they were doing, and lost a lot of money. And then what do? So you buy up there, they hold through the massive amount of dumps, and then when Bitcoin gets down $6,000, you remember when Bitcoin was at 6K after the 20K high? Do you remember the 3 or 4 months Bitcoin is just going sideways, driving everybody nuts? And it was in the VEPS charts. This thing was going to dump out 50%. Did it? Yeah, down to $3,000 Bitcoin. But people were selling at 6K. So you buy at 16 and you sell at 6. These same people right now have been calling me since Bitcoin was down about 16,000, asking if they should buy. You think I'm going to give them an answer? No. I'm going to tell them what I'm doing. It's just crazy, man. People, I don't understand. I really don't. I just don't understand. Maybe I'm not supposed to in this life. But yeah, it's pretty reckless, man. Pretty reckless indeed. If you held Bitcoin that long, what the hell are you doing selling at the bottom? Ride it out, man. That was always my philosophy, right? I sold some at the top. A lot of people, the smart people did. A lot of the smart people sold. But you think I'm going to sell the rest at the bottom? No, I'm riding it out. I'll ride that shit to zero, man. I don't care. I believe in it. I do believe in it. Love Bitcoin. But what they're trying to do with cryptocurrency, I don't agree with at all, right? I'm very private person. You wouldn't think so, right? I mean, I'm pretty doxed, but I'm very private. Very few friends, right? I hang out here on this property alone most of the time with the dogs, chilling, working, getting stuff done. While everybody else is out there just doing whatever they do. Bilbo's sitting right here, putting in work. All right, that's enough of that intro. Goodness gracious, I'm tired too, man. I didn't sleep very much last night. I've got that ordinal thing going on. Boy, they're addictive. And it's funny too, because everybody's minting ordinals. And if you don't know what an ordinal is, it's an inscription on the Bitcoin blockchain. This all came available with the Taproot upgrade, right? So digital luxury collectibles, right? Because these ordinals are not NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens. They are very fungible. You can't, people are already spending their ordinals. That's why a lot of these new wallets are segmented with Taproot addresses and SegWit addresses. So people don't make the mistake. And as I was working through these wallets, boy, there's warnings everywhere. They've done a great job because we already know a lot of people when it comes to crypto, dude, they're hitting buttons first. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just tick, 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 tick. Same people, they're just clicking on links and emails and all that, man. I don't get it. Just figure out what you're doing first, because you can make a mistake, right? And we just had a Nakamoto whale, auction off for a Bitcoin. It's $30,000, man. You can spend that. Do you know what happens if you send that ordinal, you send that Satoshi to a regular SegWit, it just gets piled in. You're gonna have to dig that thing out. But most of the times it ends up in the spend wallet and you spend your ordinal. It's bad, man. It's bad. There's going to be a lot of lost on the blockchain. I can see this happening already. That's going to be a whole new thing. Right now, people are searching out. There's literally groups of people that are searching really cool stuff with these individual Satoshis. I had no idea what was going on. I was on a live stream yesterday. Mind blown on some of the things people are doing. Why this ordinal thing is just starting. This thing is going to go. There's so much. Just when it's going to be one thing after another. You thought that was cool. Look at this. Oh, you think that's cool? Look at this. I mean, that's what I got out of this live stream. It's pretty powerful, man. There's some really smart people working on this stuff. Really smart people. All right. That's enough. I keep saying that's enough, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. What time is it? 9:12. We're SPY pre-market up a little bit. Yeah, of course it is. Where at? Look, they're trying to push it up. Look what the bears did yesterday. All right. You reject off the bottom side of the 68.3 Laplace. The bears push it down. Where? Right? They wanted to close it below the weekly range. Look at the bulls, pre-market. They're pushing this thing. To be honest, what do we got? Yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all to see this dollar pump a little bit before the market opens. If what's happening, what I think is happening, and dump this back down pre-market. Obviously, crypto's on a mission right now, man. Crypto is on a mission. Bulls are in control. The hype is there. Again, people are FOMOing in. And just be careful. This is why we like people coming to Alpha Trading. Learn the basics of the VEPS. So you don't have to be that guy that's calling around asking, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? You get some basic knowledge about this stuff. Throw up some charts, man. You don't need to call people anymore. Right? That's what I tell all these people that call me. I'm like, as much time as you've spent dialing my phone number, you could have learned the VEPS, man. I got people call me 5 days a week. Just like, dude, I am not your financial advisor. Right? It's crazy. I'm sure.
Can you stop busting me?
Yeah.
Stop busting me, asking for signals here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to accomplish a successful YouTube channel. Bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly. The warlord's in the house. The warlord's in the house. Yeah, I heard that you didn't get that 33% draw.
Bro.
Hey,
what am I gonna do? Cry about it.
You're very humble. You can see some of the people in the chat over there, right? Where I'm just like,
I know how they feel.
Yeah.
I made a meme, and it made me feel better making the meme.
Yeah.
So I was like,
You're in our thoughts right now, though. We're cooking something up, so you don't worry, bud. Let's see here.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Let's go over here. Let's take a peek. Because I was, that was my correlation. Yep, I had that up as you saw in the title. I want to check out some correlate. I want to see what's correlated to Bitcoin. All right. Okay, let's see here. Where's I going? Dixie. Let's pop on Dixie. We know what Bitcoin's doing. And wow, man. Go right back over here real quick. I talked about this too. Like, look, there was the weekly support level I was talking about yesterday. All right, it's a first weekly support level. There's the bottom of the weekly range up here, red dot line. So this first green dotted line, that is, and this green line here, that's the first support level on the daily volatility range, which is right here. And look, right? So the dollar opens up on the new daily, comes up, doesn't even send a wick into it. That's close enough for a test though, and it just rejects. I mean, that is a sign of so much weakness. It's crazy. And now you're breaking through second support level on the daily. There's the first support level on the monthly. The 68.3 Laplace distribution range downside on the daily. This right here, this is a lot of support. The dollar stays below here today. You're probably, hold on. Jesus, girl. Come on, you maniac. Get in here. Come on. You're nuts. She just sits out there and knocks on the door until I get up and let her in. She's so funny. Okay. So yeah, like I'm saying, especially for having this monthly level here, 68.3 Laplace, daily second support level. You got a 4-hour second standard deviation right here. First standard deviation on the daily. During this first 4-hour candle, there's a probability, there's a 95.4% probability this data set stays above here through this 4-hour close, right? And that's the probabilities. You've got the third standard deviation on the 4-hour 90 and wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, one. Yep, there's the first, the second, the third. Wow, this Laplace distribution range is blown out, man. Hold on for a second. Nope, that's the night. Where is it hiding at? It must be right under here. I'm looking for 95.4 Laplace. You know what? I think it's piled up. It might be 107.04. Is that 704 right there? Yeah, that's that. 143, 10981. I'm trying to find it. It's right here somewhere. It's just hid. It's hid. The 95.4 Laplace on the 4 hours hid right here somewhere. It's all good. It's under one of these lines. But yeah, so the probabilities are for this thing to actually probably pull up right here in this 4-hour candle. Not saying this thing can't go deeper. But when you got all this right here, yeah, man, this is some support, especially during this 4-hour candle. Let me see here. Let's go over here. I'm gonna start up high. Whoops. How about that correlation? Let's go to the 5-day on the dollar. Which, if you're looking at non-continuous markets, and you're going to look at a weekly chart, don't look at a 7-day. Don't look at a weekly. Look at a 5-day. All right, look at a 5-day. If you're looking at if you want to look at a monthly, look at a 21-day. It's the reason why I have these on here. Or 22. Some people use 22. I like 21. Why? Hello. Even though 22 is a master number, 21, right? 2 plus 1 is 3. Right into my philosophy. Right? Everything. I do everything. The 5-day is a little goes a little against, but I like it. I still like it. It's good. Look where the dollar's at on the 5-day. Yeah, I'm going to be honest right here. This dollar's about found its little low here. I mean, you've got the Fisher crossing up the 99 log MA. All these crosses mean something. They're little magnets, and look, it's dropping right to it too. And it's right at about 100. I mean, this thing doesn't have too much farther to drop on a 5-day, and it's there. Having an outlier on the 5-day. Having an outlier on the 5-day. You know what? Wow, man. Is this even setting up? I mean, it's setting. It's starting to set some bull. I mean, this last pop right here, right? Outside the power mean band. Coming back up. Test into the power mean band and the reverse wave trend. Look at the bull div that was there, right? From the bottom of this data set to the bottom of this data set. Here it is, with the bounce on the zero mean positively correlated. Did we get a good move? Yeah. Look at the dollar. Woohoo! Boop, 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 boop. Yep, good stuff. But then, yeah, is that a higher high? Yeah, had a little bit of actually it's not even real hidden. Weak bear div. It's setting up bull again right now. It's below the zero mean though. This is where you want to see bull div playing out, and you're really looking for the correlation, right? So say this bull div starts to play out. Right now, look, it's negatively correlated, right? And this is on a macro time frame too. So, I mean, just imagine if this is on like a 15-minute. I'm just giving an example of how to use this returns oscillator. It's negatively correlated right now. If this returns oscillator makes its way up to the zero mean, playing off of that bull div, and right when it crosses, if you are positively correlated, that's when the moves are going to start, right? This is how you use this. A lot of people really don't understand. You see people come into the chat, and what wasn't too long ago, somebody came in, holy shit, I had an epiphany. I understand the zero mean. It's like, all you got to do is study it for a while. Watch it. I'll tell you what, right now, just like we say all the time, if you have this free trial, you're wanting to accelerate this learning process, throw it on a 1 minute, throw it on a 30-second if you have a premium account, TradingView, and watch the magic happen, man. Watch that. Do nothing but load up price action in the returns oscillator. This is what you want to do too. If you're trying to learn an indicator, just load up price action, load up the indicator, whether it be the AVR, the entropy, whatever. Don't try to learn all this at once. Boom, boom, boom. One at a time. One at a time. That's what I recommend. Get one down first. Get one down first. Let me go into the Alpha Boys chat here. There we go. Okay, we're good. So now let's drop down. Actually, one more. Let's look at the monthly. I mean, actually, you've got a lot of hidden bulls setting up. Look at the returns oscillator, though, right? Look at that. Look at that 21-day candle, right? Look at the 21-day candle. It started moving. The returns oscillator was right there getting ready to cross. Boy, it didn't. It fell over. But look, I mean, what do you expect? Look at the fissures. All the fissures are down. Random walk, right? Contracting volatility, positively correlated, right? You got these little expansions right here. You can see. So the correlation stayed, right? Contracting volatility, positively correlated. So the correlation never changed. But when you get an expansion in here and it's positively correlated, right? Boom. There's where that 21-day candle was. All right. But then boom, it just contracts immediately again. Stays positively correlated. This thing is setting up for it. Man, oh man, oh man. I'll tell you what, man. Unfortunately, this is the currency of the country I live in. It just looks like dog do. I mean, if you're ebb and flowing on a 21-day into a dump, this thing is doomed. Let's drop to a 3-day. Let's take a peek here. One thing the dollar's got going for it is, get up here. You know the power it takes to get below this 99 log MA. Look what happened last time, right? Look what happened last time. Come back up pretty much to test the 33 power mean and the wave trend. Now this thing dropped below the 99 log MA. Wow. What's this look like on the 2-day? Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm a little stopped up today too. Not sick at all, just man, I didn't sleep. You start freaking, I was minting ordinals, right? And that's why everybody all of a sudden is like, oh my God, I love Solana. A lot of people came into crypto, right? Through NFTs. A lot of younger people. So they just been dealing with this lightning fast transaction speeds. I mean, boom, boom, boom. If you use Solana, you use Cardano, any of those, right? It's pretty fast. Solana, definitely the fastest in my opinion. I'm sure there's something out there faster, but God, where was I going with that? Oh, but so these people start minting ordinals, right? And so they send the transaction, and then immediately come in the chat. I think I got rugged. The ordinal didn't get sent. It's like, sit back and relax, baby. This is Bitcoin. This isn't Solana. You're in for a couple-hour ride sometimes. All you got to do, increase the fee. And you'll probably get the drop in the next block. If you use the minimum recommended setting, dude, it could be literally hours, 5 hours right? The miners are the one that's going to send through the TX. So if you're not paying them enough and they don't think it is, they're loving these ordinals though. Good Lord. They're loving them. Because it's costing a decent amount of money to send one Satoshi. One Satoshi's worth just a fraction of a penny. I mean, it's like 0.00000 of a penny. All right. And it's like the mint I was doing, it cost about $1. It was costing $1.76 to mint it. That was the fee on one Satoshi.
That's not bad, actually. Well, yeah, like,
If
okay,
you,
look, it's got an NFT with it, right? A really dope NFT
yeah,
to transact for $1.70. But just to transact one Satoshi, a little high for
yeah.
now, because the price of a Satoshi is low. But yeah, man, that's actually not bad. And how long did you wait?
Oh, me? Not long. I got mine in about, I bumped it up a little bit though. I think I waited, it was about an hour, maybe an hour. But that's what's
Yeah.
funny, right? These people are like, oh my God. But here's another thing people don't understand, man. Not only is crypto new tech, right? Bitcoin dropped in what, 2000, early 2009. It's like, dude, this thing is fresh. So ordinals is brand new tech. Everything in crypto is buggy. All this new tech is buggy. And so when you're using all this crypto tech and it's interacting with your internet browsers, dude, I keep telling people come in, I'm having this problem, I'm having that problem. Clear your cache, man. Hard reset your browser. Clear your history. It gets confusing for this new tech. The way everything's interacting, it just bugs out. It bugs out. Like some guy was waiting 8 hours, and I'm like, dude, clear your cache, lock your wallet, reopen it, guarantee it's there. Oh, thanks, man. It's like, it's all you got to do. Instead, people are just like, this stuff sucks. Rah, rah, rah. It's like, it's brand new tech. What do you expect? We're all literally beta testing all this stuff. If you don't know it or not, we are the early beta testers of anything cryptocurrency. Pretty crazy. Yeah, this ordinal thing's got me by the boo boo. Got my train track. Right. Okay, let's get back to Dixie now. Doo, 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 doo. Jesus. Let me see here. Oh, there goes Big Dog. Trend line more like flypaper. Yeah, this is great. Look at the headline for Dixie. S&P 500 index. Trend line more like flypaper. Yeah, you're right. All those trend lines are flypaper. But BS. BS is what it is. We know we know real support and resistance. I mean, there's only buying and selling going on. These people are drawing lines on their chart. Give me a break. I did it once. I feel like a moron forever doing it too. I'll tell you that. So on these macro time frames, right, the dollar is outside the power mean band. Outside the power mean band. I mean, look at these wicks right here. It jumped outside it. It was like, oh no, we want to go. And it's rejecting. It's rejecting off the 33 power mean. As this thing flips bearish, you got wave trend above it. Oh boy. Oh boy. See how far out this thing is on the daily as this just continues to drop. Yeah, it's outside there too, huh? Oh, there's your support, guys. There's your support right there, man. Crazy. So yeah, look what's happening on the daily. This power mean band has literally got pretty much two lengths that haven't flipped bearish, right? So you got the top side, but look at the bottom side, man. It's trying to flip back up. But yeah, I don't know. At some point here. So you got what happens on the daily if this thing comes back up since it's outside the power mean band? It hasn't had a full test of the reverse wave trend. This is going to wreck so many people if this happens, right? Going to wreck so many people. If the dollar shoots back up to 103, especially in traditional assets, you're probably going to see a bloodbath, man. You're going to see a bloodbath, considering they're like P Funk was saying yesterday, right? Something's going on. Well, we know that something's up, man. The dollar just the chart, everything just looks out of whack. And
Can I
yep,
quickly just have
sure.
a mention? And this is like generally business. There's a lot of dollars on the market, and they're being lent for very, very low interest rates. Okay, usually, let's say for the last so this is for the last 9 years, you could only lend $1 for like 10%, 8%. Okay, unless you're a sovereign development fund. Now, what's happening is, believe it or not, with the Nostro Vostro accounts, okay, that's freeing up the liquidity. We've been hearing about this for a long time. I'm personally privy to someone who's been able to get this kind of liquidity from banks, okay? And it's fucking hundreds of billions of dollars. That's all I'll say. And if one person has access to it, a lot of people will also have access to it. So we're going to see this. All this is the dollar, what I think is being turned into cash, right? So it's not being locked up in these big bank accounts anymore. They're now starting to invest them, where currently in Africa, from my knowledge, and that's where a lot of the funding is going. So it's the dollars are going to be, let's say the building is $1 billion. 10 years time, the building will cost $7 billion and it'll be a functioning business. Okay. And that's what's going to stabilize the dollar for even longer to come. So what's sort of happening here, I think it's just people, the initial the super wealthy dude who's high risk, he's willing to either take on $100 billion loan and not pay interest for 5 years, and lend that money out, build with that money. So this is sort of what's happening to the dollar. I don't necessarily know why it's falling so quickly, but yeah, I suppose there's trillions at access that need to flow into different economies. America has to show face now in Taiwan. They're showing face in Zambia, very much so, just to keep our democracy alive and rid corruption. So America's starting to reach out into the rest of the other world. And this way, in Zambia, if they had their $1, they turned it into 20 kwacha at the top. Hey, they're making 30% when it gets to 15. Right? They sort of like hedge themselves in the economy that they're investing in. So that's the sort of thing that's what I'm thinking is at play, and why this dollar thing is very hard to track at the moment. I do see it at an 80 or a 90. That's just because if it was a shit coin, that's where I'd see it would go. And I don't know what that means for the rest of the world. But mean reversion is a law. As you know, again.
Yeah.
If it goes to 80 or 90, we're in trouble here in the U.S.
You reckon?
Big time if
Yeah.
that happens. Because that's going to make everything really expensive.
Really expensive.
It makes your goods cheaper for me to buy.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
here in the U.S., it's going to crush us.
These Forex pairs are going to be a riot. Dude, we're just, the dollar's just getting smoked. The dollar's
Dude,
just
look at
getting.
silver, man.
I know. Jesus. Yeah, man. Wow. Gold trying to stay above 2K. It's at 2040 now.
Tech is up again today.
Sure, Peter Schiff and all his boys are having circle jerks. What are you gonna do with all that gold, though? I don't know. But yeah, that whole Africa thing, man. You got so many of these other, like this United States, China, dude. They're trying to take advantage so much, man. They want your resources. I'd be kicking them all out. And the type of democracy, our current, just in the last decade, the kind of democracy United States likes to deliver around the world, crock of shit, in my opinion, man. Drives me nuts, right? I was in it firsthand. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's all about just, we want your resources. We want everything. It's not about literally helping the people, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. For sure. Crazy, though. This dollar's a train wreck, man.
Good old colonialism by another name.
There you go. 100%, man. So this dollar's a train wreck, man. So I was just on the daily, and Warlord was talking to me, and look, we're having an outlier big time. Where was that at? Volatility. All the volatilities are expanding, and to look at this move, especially we're having an outlier, you can almost guarantee all the volatility expansions negatively correlated. All the fissures are down on the daily. 4 hours just rough, trending hard, expanding. Everything's expanding again, right? First you start, you contracted, positively correlated, then boom. You see here, yeah, hidden bear right when it crossed the zero mean. Boop, 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 boop. No correlation though. I'll tell you what, if this was positively correlated, the bottom would have dropped out. This thing would already be under 100. Guarantee it, man. Trending strong on the 4 hour. God dang, man. What are they doing? Put it this way, we're very close to finding out. Very close, in my opinion. This thing is looking awful. Looking awful. Yeah, just on like the 90 minute. No local div at all, right? All lower lows here. Trending though, dropping back into trend. Last drop on the 90 minute, definitely went into trend. Went back into a random walk, now it's trending again. But you got to understand, we are to the downside of these power mean bands almost on every time frame. It's not sustainable. At some point they're going to run this up everybody's boo-boo. So watch out. There will be a bounce here at some point. Come on, UPM, populate. It doesn't like all my wild time frames. If you're using like regular time frames everybody else uses, it probably loads a lot quicker, man. You start throwing some, little monkey wrench in their deal. I don't know. Doesn't like to populate for whatever reason. God, look at all these low time frames even. Just really, really outside power mean bands. Dang. Outliers everywhere.
Oh, buddy, that looks serious.
Boy, it's just nuts, man. Nuts.
Yeah, what would you say RMS Z-score is saying? I'm guessing everything is saying down. I can't really read your... Yeah? So RMS Z-score, what would that be telling you?
Well, I mean, you had this outlier to the top side. I mean, look, the dollar going sideways, the returns, right? Because this is the Z-score of log returns. The returns ran an outlier to the top side right here. The data set, right? Data set barely moved, man. Data set barely moved. But then when the returns turn down, woo, falling off a cliff. But look where the Z-score log returns is at. It's almost to the 90% confidence interval. Having an outlier, hidden bear div. Where'd the drop start? Right when it crossed the zero mean. Everybody needs to remember what I'm saying here. Watch it on a 1 minute time frame. Tell me it isn't true. We know how this oscillator works. If everybody knew, dude, they'd be dropping that RSI so fast. Would they not? Of course they would. It's ridiculous. The thing is giving you no information you need. You have indicators built on price. And if you're using an RSI for divergence, what type of divergence are you looking for? Price doesn't follow price. Price follows returns. There's still people out there who will argue that or say no. I'm just like, oh my God, okay, whatever. Move along. Nothing to see here. See you on the other side of my trade. People are crazy, man. Trending, 33 minute trending. Good Lord, man. This thing is very, very, very weak. But like I said, where's the bottom? Right, that 5 day, you got that 99 log MA down there right around 100. So we'll see. It's dropping quick right now though, isn't it? See what's happening over here. Oh man. So like I said, right, you did not find support here. Woo! Goodness gracious. So you're past the second standard deviation on the 4 hour. You're busting through the first standard deviation on the daily. Now you got the third standard deviation and the 99.7 Laplace. And you got the fourth and fifth standard deviation on this 4 hour candle. And you're like, yeah, these lines move, right? This is distribution level. So when you have volatile moves, the distribution will move, right? All you got to do is reset your chart. Let's see here. So we got here's the S2 in the daily S3, right? Look where that's at, right? 100.5. Oh boy. Second standard deviation, 100.35. And you got the 95.4 Laplace down here on the daily. If this thing continues to drop, there's the 3SD. below 100. Man, this thing looks like it could be on a collision course too. Because those macro time frames, and we've been talking about this. I was talking about this months ago, saying, hey, Dixie is going to dump. Dixie's going to drop. Bear div all over the place after that bull run, after that dollar bull run. That thing went nuclear, right? Nuclear, sorry. Pet peeve of mine. I just did it. All right. There comes Solana coming back down. Of course. I mean, this thing's pumping. People are buying, though. People are buying. It's very undervalued. Get back to that later. Very undervalued. We're dealing with the dollar right now. Market open, huh? SPY, where'd SPY gap up to? Yep, stayed above the weekly. Stayed above the weekly, man. These distribution levels are tight. What do you got? The 4-hour 2 SD right at the daily 1 SD on the top side. Let's pop this on SPY. Let's take a quick peek. Oof. Jesus. Woohoo! Fun times. Fun times, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. No div there. Let's see. Why'd this thing gap up? Yeah, there's a bull div right here. There's the bull div. Yep, and right at the end of the day yesterday, when it crossed the zero mean, yeah, it popped up. Now I'm looking at the returns oscillator, though. This thing's getting ready to set up some hidden bear. All the fishers are popping, though. This is a low time frame, right? I'm just saying, look how far we were outside the power mean band. Running up on the 15 to test what? 99 log MA, right there. Close enough to the reverse wave trend. I mean, that reverse wave trend was what? Almost at 410. Almost at 410. It's up here. Yep. Top side of the 68.3 Laplace. Might have been a good little scalp there. But I'm telling you, from what this chart looks like, oh, man. So I'm seeing, boy, this whole power mean band's starting to turn too. Coming out of trend, though, right? S&P definitely coming out of the trend, going back into a random walk. Predictor flip to the top side. Let's go to the 4-hour. Check this real quick. Hidden? Yeah. Yep. Got some hidden bull here on the 4-hour. It is positively correlated too. So watch on the 4-hour. Watch on the 4-hour for this returns oscillator to cross the zero mean here. But you're at the top of the power mean band. Top of the power mean band. Yeah, crypto, man. Crypto looks a lot better. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, got hidden on the daily too. But you're outside this power mean band. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Especially, you run up here, create a higher high on the daily. Look at the returns oscillator. You don't want this. You don't want this returns oscillator on the downside. If this was already to the top, be all right. But if this rejects here with bear div, oof. SPY could dump. You could see the dollar turn around. Look at the daily. Look at the volatility on SPY, man. I'm telling you, there's a massive move coming. Massive move coming. If you understand correlation, I would highly recommend you correlating. Yes, SPY and the dollar. Keep an eye on it, man. Keep an eye. They're definitely negatively correlated. But yeah, things just aren't adding up here. Things aren't adding up. I mean, I want to say this dollar is just going to dump down below 100 and these assets are going to take off. But man, you're already outside the power mean bands. Returns mean revert. That's why this guy's always talking about these power mean bands. Yeah, because they're very powerful. Very, very powerful. Price, I'll say it again. Price action follows returns. Returns mean revert. Not sometimes, all the time, and often. Especially when we're talking about low time frames. Happens a lot. Drop on a 1 minute and look at the mean reversion going on. I mean, it is just constant. That's why when you understand the VEPS, you are a super Chad in the Shark Tank, man. Right? It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You're understanding what the algos understand, what the people programming them understand, right? When we got the guy the other day coming in the chat saying, oh, HFT firms don't do this or that, blah, 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 blah. They just blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, this guy's clueless. He is just talking out of his rear end nonstop. Just madness, man. It's like, what the heck? Just trying to disrupt. Just trying to disrupt. Messing with the wolf pack. It's not always a smart idea, is it? Probably want the wolf pack on your side. We're here to help, man. We're here to help. But at the same time, we are a wolf pack. We'll drag you deep into the woods and eat you down to the bone. All right, let me see here. What the hell? How'd I get off that? There we are. Okay. Yeah, man. This is a toughie here on SPY. I'm telling you right now. Toughie. You got the dollar breaking to the downside of that 1SD. It closed the 15-minute candle. But now, look where we're heading. 4-hour wise, there's a 99.7% chance this thing does not drop below this level, right? On the 4-hour candle close. On the 4-hour candle close, which is, let's see, whoops. Yeah, well, obviously, just got it. So let's see what happens right around, when does that? 1:30, I think. 1:30, I think, get a new candle. So yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see. But now on the 4-hour SPY, right, it's inside the power mean band. Look at the cross down here that happened. Right? Look at the wave, where the wave trend's at. That's what I'm talking about. Remember, I talked about this yesterday. Talked about SPY coming down to like this 402, 403 area. Testing this. When's that going to happen? I'll tell you what, if that dollar bounces on one of those 4-hour distribution levels, or if it drops more and hits like a daily S2, look for a nice bounce, and that's when this could happen. Am I sure of that? At some point, am I sure that this wave trend is going to get tested? I'm surprised this cross didn't get tested. I really am. I'm surprised this cross didn't get tested. Happens all the time. Look right here, where the wave trend crosses down the fissure. You were at the bottom of the power mean band. Cross? What cross? Well, let's test it. Bam! To the dollar. Then it dumps out hard from it. All right? Outside the power mean band. What's it do? Right back to the reverse wave trend again. There she blows. Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks right to the bottom of the power mean band. Then what does it do? Over about, I don't know, looks like probably 3 days. Runs right up and sends a wick into the fissure. Pulls back, doesn't close above the power mean band. Right? Not only does it pull back, you know how many people got wrecked here? If you're trading this intraday, you better be on your P's and Q's, man, because if you did not take your profit, you got wrecked hard. Hard. I mean, that dropped from 402 to 10 points. 10 points in the 4-hour candle there. When everybody's like, bullish, SPY's running. Bye. If you would have had the ultimate power means here with the Fisher wave trend, you would see all this happening. And then after that, where's it go? Bottom of the power mean band. Pumps it, goes right back to the wave trend, and then gets up above it, not having it, but found support right where the power mean band's flipping bullish. And the 99 and the 33 log MA, the 9, they're all piled together right here. So, man, it rocket shipped, right? And here's SPY now. Top of the power mean band. Hasn't tested this cross, hasn't tested wave trend. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. So I'm looking at this. Is there bull div? No, absolutely not. It's a little bit of hidden. Little bit of hidden. That's all there is. If this were to reject here on the zero mean with a higher high, ugly. And remember, volatility was really low on the 4-hour. Daily is just still crushed. I mean, crushed. SPY's got a massive move coming. Just like we were talking about Bitcoin. Daily, 4-hour. What did I say? Bitcoin's got a big move coming. If people would understand volatility, contraction, hiccups, and expansion, it's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game. Do we sound confident in what we talk about? Yes. Hell yeah, we do. We've been working with the VEPS for quite some time now. And once you do that, dude, it's like you become a superhero. When you really get this down, the people that really put in the work, and this is what we're looking for This is what you do. You trade, right? This is your job. You're a professional trader. Those are the people we're looking for. Those are the people that are going to put in the effort to learn this. Because you're a normal retail trader that's in it for the fun or whatever the hell they think's fun. Very rare times it's actually fun. It's a grind. Everybody that trades knows it's a grind, even when you have the good tools. But those retail traders, you think they're going to put in the work? Probably not. Probably not. Right? Don't take it serious enough. We can tell the ones that take it serious, right? The ones that, hey, this is what I do. This is how my bills get paid. This is how my kids go to college. This is just blah, 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 blah. You really start to take it serious. Okay. So yeah, something's got to give, right? Daily volatility crushed almost all the levels, almost all of them. Let me see some. Anything popping in traditional markets? Metals are definitely up, but yeah, I mean, natural gas is just such a train wreck. It cannot get out of this range. Cannot get out of the range. And you got some things moving. Coinbase recovered a little bit, up 2.86, 2.77. But I mean, there's a lot of assets down. Banks, good. Let them burn. Let them burn. We got to bail out the banks. No, we don't. That's the problem. Bunch of dum-dums. When? When's it going to end, man? When is it going to end? It's crazy. Meanwhile, if you're just a normal citizen and stuff, you think they're going to bail you out? No. It's such a criminal enterprise. It's gross, man. It's gross. And everybody just business as usual. The real criminals wear suits and ties. They're in Wall Street and they're in DC. Those are the real criminals. The real criminals are always calling out, oh, these guys are criminals. They're criminals. They're the criminals. It's incredible, man. It does. It makes me sick, man. It makes me sick, especially, good Lord. I mean, I come from a family, right? We're all veterans. For what, man? It's disturbing. It really is. It really pulls the wind out of your sails, man, sometimes. That's why I just try to keep focused, keep the eye on the prize, creating a compound where I'm just alone. I don't have to deal with the outside world. That's what I want. Then I'm going to invite everybody. Woohoo, let's go.
Have you got solar yet?
No.
Solar pump?
No.
Okay.
No, but hey.
Well,
I got the well. But yes, I need to hook solar up.
Solar pump.
Yeah. So can you take an existing well pump? I mean, I just got a brand new pump put in. It costs like $8,000 to have everything done.
Yeah, bro.
Because I got a deep well. I think the bottom of the well is like 190 feet. The static water line is at like 130. And so the well, the pump is at, I think he said 145 foot.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hook up because it's just a tiny solar panel, right? And
okay, so the problem with that is we already did that, trying to do a booster pump onto the house. There's AC and DC power. The one that comes from the coal burning plant, I'm going to say, your normal electricity. I think it's one of them. It's AC, I forget that. And then the solar pump will, let's say, be DC, and they don't talk to each other. So you actually have to get a pump that is spec'd for solar. Or you can get a pump, maybe if you spent the money, like obviously that sounds like a very expensive pump. So then you must just check if your pump can run AC or DC. Just contact the people and then ask them if you can put a solar panel on it. Because you do get pumps that can switch. So like, for example, we're on a farm. When the power goes down, when it's connected, then the solar panels will power the pump. Right?
Yeah.
And there might be two different motors, or it might be a little conversion box that you have to put it through, and then it can convert it into the power you need. So yeah, just have a look, you see. But that's number one, dude. Get you one of those.
Yeah.
And pull it out every 3 years. Sorry to interrupt, but if anyone also wants to go off grid, pull it out every 3 years, and you wash it in something salt, like bath salt or something like that. And it's like an acidy salt or whatever, and it cuts all the lime and all the minerals off. then your bearings don't go. And so
Yeah.
you can't fix them, but you can fix them.
Well, the reason
So-
why my pump costs so much is it is the entire pump, every cog, everything in that thing is stainless steel.
Yeah, good shit.
It's a pretty good
Yeah,
pump.
that's gonna last you like 15 plus years.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I saw those
Yeah.
guys pulling the pump, pulling the line out though. I mean, I got a massive long driveway. I mean, a really long driveway. This thing, they got the pump line. I mean, he's literally 180 feet, curving around the driveway, pulling it out. I'm just like, what? Holy shit! He's like, yeah, man, and he's like, I struck gold, right? I struck gold. I mean, my water, it doesn't even smell, man. Crystal clear. He's like, you got really lucky. It's a rock well. So yeah, man, really good. Ton of water.
Can I recommend
too.
something? One of the most sustainable companies here, actually, like that's been around for a long time in Zambia, is a company that's called Nonce Valley. I mean, Nonce means water, the water valley. And they bottle the water from the valley, like a borehole. They just send it through UV, or like the one part of the brand, they'll send it through UV, or the other one, they just like filter it. And yeah, man, they just send up bottles of water. I know everyone does have access to it, but when it's like spring clean water and stuff like that, yeah, pretty dope. Anyway, let me stop interrupting. But if you have clean water, you can use it if you're not farming it.
Nice. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I need to do. A lot. All good. All good. I'll get to it. Hopefully before shit hits fan. I'm set up pretty well though.
Good stuff.
All right.
You should actually look into solar companies.
Mm-hmm.
We should do a breakdown of like sort of which solar companies, solar panel based, like the pump, the brand you bought, you look into them, see if they're listed. Because if you're doing it, eventually everyone will start doing it.
Right.
And if American goods are going to get cheaper, I'd rather have an American pump or a Japanese pump than a Chinese or Indian pump.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not being rude. It's just like the workmanship is better because they can afford to do that.
Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, I showed on the 15-minute earlier, right? Where, let me see here. The bull div, right? Closing the day out yesterday, right when it crossed the zero mean, right at the end of the day, had a nice little pump. Well, it was finishing it off in the open here on the gap up. Now the returns oscillator is turning down. Couple stabs of hidden bear. It is turning down right now. It's positively correlated. Right? You can see it. It's from these 2 points right here. Setting up hidden. Watch this returns oscillator as this progresses. Because it is. The correlation's growing. And here was the correlation to the top side. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Price action following returns. You see this returns oscillator cross the zero mean as the correlation's building every time. Man, this thing can fly down. It was outside the power mean band. Pretty much just went up, tested the wave trend. Definitely close enough. Sent a wick right to the bottom of the power mean band. That length right there just got nailed. Now it's spilling out from there. It was heading back into a random walk. This thing wants to stay in trend on the slow time frame. You don't see that a lot. All the fishers, they're just flat, man. They're trying to rise, but I don't know, man. Back over here. And there's the dollar. There's the 1SD. There's the 1SD, right? Now, this is a daily distribution level. So the daily candle on the dollar, right? There's a 68.3% chance it does not close below this level, right? 68.3% chance. So the probability's there, right? Probability's there, but we've seen it. You know, usually you start closing several 15-minute candles here. You've got this weekly, right? There's the S2 on the weekly, and that is the 4 hour, right? Which has got 3.5 hours left, pretty much. Fifth standard deviation down by the 2SD on the daily. Fourth standard deviation at that weekly support level. If we were to drop to here, I could see a big bump. This thing could pop a little bit, but it's liking the first standard deviation apparently. We'll see. We will see. But you're going to have to watch, right? I would definitely be keeping an eye on SPY. Because if this does, what did I just say too? I'm looking for that correlation to start building. There was the new 15-minute candle. Did it? Yeah. Yes, it did. If it continues, as this returns oscillator is dropping, right, it's telling you it's correlated to price action. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. Why hasn't it dumped out yet? We're getting these wicks, right? We're getting these wicks. Well, it hasn't crossed the zero mean. If the correlation continues to build, watch the magic. If this thing crosses down, that it will dump. It will dump out. Now you got the volatility switching up a little bit, right? You're contracting, negatively correlated. Another reason why you're seeing these wicks, and it's staying. Staying where? Well, current candle, staying inside the 68.3 Laplace, the last two, right? These two candles. It gapped up where to? 95.4 Laplace. 95.4 Laplace on the 15-minute. Now it's just going sideways inside the 68.3. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's take a quick peek over here. Who do I got correlated right now? Probably the dollar. Yep. Is the dollar correlated with the Bitcoin? Losing the correlation. All right. Right here, started getting, as soon as the slope changes, you're getting correlated. You're getting correlated. So this move from down here to right about here, Bitcoin and the dollar were running together. We're talking, what's this? This is only a 90-minute. Let's bump this up. There we go. Yeah, because you get in the higher time frames. Look when BTC pumped, right? So the dollar, from BTC and the dollar were running together right to about here. And then when BTC took off, right? When BTC took off on this recent 2K run, that I'd literally, the stream that morning was just like, look, volatility's low, BTC's about to pop. Did it? Yes. This is what the VEPS were telling me. This is why, if you're not using volatility, if you don't understand volatility, you're waiting. You're waiting. It's not supposed to work like that, right? You're in charge. You know what the returns are doing. You're not waiting. You know there's a move coming. You're proactively getting ready for it. You're not just going, oh, I wonder when this thing's going to move. We know it's going to move. And that's when you lost the correlation, right? Boom. The dollar was dumping out. Bitcoin was pumping, negatively correlated, right? There is no correlation. What I want to do, let's see here. SPY. Boom, 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 boom.
Let's go to the SPY.
Yeah, right? Look, losing correlation. Losing correlation. This Bitcoin's running right here on the 4-hour, taking off again. We all know what these wicks are to, right? Remember that wick? That nailed the top of the weekly range right there. Almost had another nail here. But this is what I'm seeing through Sunday. I could see this going sideways, right? Well, so why? Well, it's the top of the weekly. The bears are piled up here like a bunch of drunk honeymongers, man. Trust me. They are hanging there. The algos are there, chilling. They are going to push this thing down every time. And you're seeing it, right? You're seeing it. Got a lot of wicks up into it. Just can't get the job done. Can't get the job done. And let's see here. Whoops. SPY. Let's you know what I want to see. Watch this. This will be interesting. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Let me see. What should I go for? Yeah, let's do it. Gold spot.
This is a fine time to mention to the people who are listening to Twitch or Twitter or YouTube,
Yes.
that or TradingView or whatever they're watching it on, that you can sign up for the free trial of the indicators that you see on the screen, and you can pay with either crypto or now even fiat by getting one of our NFTs available which you can buy with a debit card or credit card on OpenSea. Details are on our website, alphatradinghq.com.
Shameless plug. We love it.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Here's gold. Here's gold in Bitcoin. Right? You can see right here, when Bitcoin started making its initial move, gold wasn't doing absolutely nothing. Lost correlation. But look, when BTC started pumping, bam, gold and Bitcoin are correlated right now. Right? That's why you see gold. Gold's rising. Bitcoin's rising. Neither one of them are correlated with the dollar. But there are times where they are. Right? There are times when they are. But this is another thing. People need to learn about correlation. They hear it all the time, but they're clueless to what it even means. Right? A lot of people just think, oh, well, you can correlate those assets. Correlation goes way, way beyond that, right? And we figured this out quite some time ago, that you can correlate indicators to price action, non-directional indicators. You correlate non-directional indicators with price action, they become, they become, put it this way, very, very, very powerful, man. They become directional, right? Like the variance indicator. It doesn't even go down, right? Variance just is the data spreading from the mean. And that variance indicator is just going to expand and contract like the volatility. Expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction. The correlation is going to tell you what's really going on though. That's why the easy part, you can literally see it, is the expansion and the contraction of the volatility. The hard part is nailing the correlation and understanding. And you can get a sustained move and the correlations can be breaking. That's what people, that's keep the eye on the prize. That's what it's all about. Figuring out the correlation. Figuring out the correlation. And the dollar's bouncing off the 1SD. Let's see if it can get back up in the 68.3 Laplace. Let's see. Coinbase having a decent day, apparently. Coinbase likes something. Yeah. Mr. Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong. Yeah, looks like the micros, yeah, they're going to run with the, just screwy. Screwy price action, man. You got to love it. But yeah, there's so much uncertainty here, right? People are just like, about to throw money at this stuff. Let's get her done. I'm telling you, though, you see this dollar bounce from here and start ripping back up to test those wave trends on all those time frames, probably going to see a dump. Probably going to see a dump. Which it plays right into the BTC hand, right? BTC pulls back a little bit. Of course, it's at the top of its weekly range, 2 days into, a day and a half into the trading week. It's a no-brainer. This thing was just going to go sideways. That's exactly what it's doing. If the dollar shows strength, you'll probably see Bitcoin pull back. And we could, we can go over here. We throw this on BTC. Let's see where we're at power mean band-wise. Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase. Not a 15 minutes. Go to the daily first. It's bounced, taken off from the top side of the power mean band again. Not gonna do it. Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. See this thing come back down in here. Check up somewhere. Lose a few K. At some point, this is getting tested. Yes, it is. And it's riding the bottom side. I mean, this would bounce like crazy here, probably. Every day, though, this thing's rising tremendously. Like right now, it's like 26.6. Hell, tomorrow it'll probably be at 27. It's climbing fast. It is climbing fast. But yeah, considering we know where the data set is with the price action volatility ranges, especially on the macro, on the weekly, it's stuck right there. Great move. Bitcoin's been moving, man. It's fantastic. Just having a $30,000 Bitcoin again, bringing hope back, right? That's why. What do these guys love to do? Crush dreams and hope. So let's see what happens. But I am looking for these areas to get tested. There's no doubt. Yeah, 2-day 2. It's even lower. Yeah, higher we go up here, man. Outside. I did say, though, right, on this 5-day, I remember saying, man, this Fisher's right here for the taking. 33.7. Do I think it happens this week? I mean, I'm not not saying this thing can't go higher right now. The weekly close is Sunday night, right? Sunday night's the weekly close. This thing can do some damage. I'm talking about the weekly candle close. Weekly candle close. Yasha, you want to talk a little bit? I got to do something real fast.
Yeah. Why not? Actually busy doing some other things here over in the world of my computer screen. But I am looking at the 8 top cryptos that I like to look at. Cardano, XRP, Binance, Solana, Polygon, Polkadot, Ethereum. Something interesting about Ethereum, I will say this. Everybody keeps talking about the Shanghai update and how it's going to cause some kind of a major, massive sell-off as soon as it's released. The thing is, if you know anything about staking and the way it's set up, it will probably not be a major sell-off in the sense of pandemonium, because the people at the front of the line get to unstake first. People at the back of the line have to wait, right? And it's a long line. And so everybody who staked at the very first moment that you could stake, they get to unstake first. Then there's an orderly process, and it's spread out over something like 400 days for when you can unstake your Ethereum. So you have to wait 400 days to unstake. And that means that not everybody that is staking now can unstake all of a sudden at once. And there's a reason for that. That's the orderly process of unstaking in order to essentially not cause an effective run on the Ethereum bank, if you will. So the likelihood of seeing a major sell-off beyond what is staking at any given day is highly unlikely, because people don't want to lose their Ethereum that they've staked, because they earn Ethereum for staking. And that is the entire point of staking and locking up your Ethereum tokens or any other token that you stake.
Yeah, like he said. Say a little good morning to Django. Oh, Django. Dude, killing me. It's one of the best Discord names I've ever seen, I think. I just get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
It's so good. What happened to Black God? We haven't seen him in about a week. He was in here every day. Yeah, it's all good. He'll be back. He gets it. Let's see here. Yeah, man. Wow. I wouldn't, more I say this. Depends on what the dollar does, man. Depends on what the dollar does. I mean, we showed this thing bouncing, right? I mean, that div was setting up. But look at everything. Right? This shit's moving together. Of course. But of course it is. It's fantastic. You got to remember, too, sometimes when this stuff happens, and we could go through asset to asset just to see. And a lot of the times when these things are running together, it's because there's areas, right? You could, if you're below the power mean band, right? If say the minis are below the power mean band too. It's a no-brainer. That's what's happening. And the NASDAQ minis, remember it's tight weekly range? That thing is a magnet, man. That thing is a magnet. I mean, it's just running to it. And it's right at the 1 SD on the daily. Don't be surprised. This thing rejects her hard. You can see the SPY minis got through the weekly. Literally climbing up on top side of the 68.3 Laplace. Yeah. This dollar is either going to reject from the bottom side here, right? That's a second support level on the daily. Maybe that's what we're seeing. And these markets are getting ready to fly. But I'm telling you, if this dollar gets back up inside this 68.3 Laplace, you're going to see some of these assets probably rip back to the downside. It's almost setting up perfectly too. I mean, especially NASDAQ, and it had a rough ride, right? I mean, that thing dumped out. Just climbing back up to that weekly range. Yeah, that's all. I think it's definitely a magnet. I'm a bit surprised if it's getting ready to tag it on this 15-minute candle. Yep. Ow. No, I tell you what, man. Having issues. Trying to do all this work too, man. It's hard to do when you got a freaking froze shoulder. I'm very active. It's driving me nuts. I haven't hit any golf balls. I can't swing a golf club.
Bilbo, I have a question.
Yes.
It is difficult for Bitcoin to pass the top weekly volatility range, because I see that Bitcoin it's there's like a weekly top range at 30,571,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's pretty low probability to pass this level.
When you're talking volatility ranges, yes. And I say there's a high probability it doesn't go past there because I know it's the top of the weekly. Are there actual real probabilities of these levels? No, there's not. That's in the distribution, right? And that's what I said earlier. I was like, every day that populates here, you're going to have distribution levels above that top of the weekly range, right? And so, and when you look on some of those higher time frames where we're heading, or where we what was that? No, low time. Was it low time frames, high time frames? I can't remember. But you can get through these areas, but it is a weekly, right? So I'm saying by the close Sunday night, there's a very high hit rate that BTC is not above $30,500. It's just going to stay down here. I'm not saying it can't go up, it can't rip, but if the dollar is going to continue to maybe try to recover a little bit, which would kind of make sense to me. I don't know. We're about to find out. That's what you got to love about these markets. We're going to find out. There is no doubt about it, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. I got to turn a fan on. It's starting to get warm. It's starting to get warm out early. It's supposed to break records today.
Yes, it is here too.
Yeah. Warm. I couldn't believe it. My God. I was out yesterday. I was like,
it's supposed to be 85 here today.
What's that?
It's supposed to be 85 here today.
Yeah, dude, it was 83 here yesterday. I was like, whoa. We're a little more south than you. Not too much, though. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. But this dollar, with this dollar being weak, though, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me to get some wicks above this area, right? But you saw what happened the other day. I mean, we rejected to the dollar, sent a wick right into it. Because don't think the bears are here. They're waiting, man. Just like when you're trading intraday at these distribution levels. That's why you usually get a checkup on every distribution level. I don't care if it's 4 hour or daily. You usually see a little something happen there. Because the algos know where these areas are. There's no doubt about it. These are smart people, man, building these things. They trade math based. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. That's why when you get somebody coming in that doesn't have these indicators and they're trying to tell me something about what the algos are doing and they're using traditional TA, I don't even want to hear it. It's foolish. It's foolish, right? They're talking about something they don't understand to begin with. That's the biggest problem. But it's happened before, right? I mean, you get somebody that'll be a denier. They're literally, why are you watching our videos? It's pretty funny. What, do you see something? I mean, I can take a denier. Give me a couple hours alone in a chat with them. I'll get them seeing the light real fast. Anybody that's had any private time with me knows. I mean, we can get down. Where's Time to Fly? I got to do some things with her too. She's still got some sessions from way back when. We just, but between us both, couldn't come together. She had stuff going on. I had stuff going on for my move. This is stemming back to over a year. Time to finish her sessions up, I think. Let's get her done. I know you're watching this video at some point. Time to Fly. DM me. I'm busy. I got time for you, though. It's great because I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So we got a couple 2-hour difference or something. I'm usually free late, about 10 my time, so it's perfect for her. It's like 8. Okay. Let's see here. Yep. There's those NASDAQ minis. They just ran up to the 4-hour 1SD. Got a wick right to it right there, which is right under that weekly. Pretty cool. SPY is above its weekly.
That's what I'm trading is the MQ today.
Yeah. Yeah, SPYs. Or no, NASDAQs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They're vicious though, man.
dude, look at the bounce off of that first support level. This thing charged up.
Yep.
The charge is on. This isn't no.
Same thing with the S&Ps once it broke through the weekly. It exploded.
It's coming. 100%. 100%.
I think you're right. I think the dollar's going to rip back up and the market's going to tank.
Yeah, it really could, man. It really could. Well, the dollar's so below the power mean bands, it's ridiculous. I don't think there was a time frame on the dollar that it wasn't below. You don't see that often. You'll see some macro time frames and stuff that are still in the power mean band. Low time frames might drop outside. Everything is, right? Everything's out to the downside of the power mean band. Pretty crazy. Maybe they're letting people get their fill and then they're just going to jack them. Remember, who are the real crooks? They're going to be moving in. They smell blood. They smell blood. Okay, let's see here. What we didn't look at yet. Oh, yeah. There's Bitcoin. Oof, man, Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin and Bitcoin. And we know, right? We've had these intersections, too. That's the 30. And now it's up above. This thing's so primed to rip again. It's just considering where we are on the weekly volatility range, and we got several days left. This thing could just go sideways. Could go sideways. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised to see a power move. But if it does, this is what I'm saying. And you're in a trade, take your profit. Because I'm telling you, there's a very high probability by the close on Sunday. If this thing runs up 31, 32, look for a pullback. Look for a pullback by Sunday night. Could be some good trades in there, if you know what I mean. Could be some good trades for sure. Let me turn off this 30. Let's go with the 11 length. Looking really good. Looking really good. Let me see on the 5-day. Where's this baby? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see why. I mean, did the returns mean revert? Yeah, they did. Why? 3 SD band. Look at that. Right? Even pulled back up and closed inside the 3rd standard deviation band. Then just rocket shipped. Rocket shipped up there. Right? From, that was the dip under 20. Right? 19.5. Hello. 11K. Pretty good. Go Bitcoin. Go Bitcoin. Now, let me see here. We already know what the monthly is doing. There's this 4-hour. Good night. Yeah, man. I mean, you can see. Boy, oh boy, that was a wrecker. Holy crap. Look at that 4-hour candle, man. Let me expand this a little bit more so we can see even better. That was a wrecking freaking machine right there. I mean, you see what this 4-hour candle did? Not only did it span the volatility bands here from the 1st to the 3rd, that thing opens up, pumps to the 2nd standard deviation to the dollar, then dumps to the 2nd standard deviation to the downside. There was a lot of action going on there. Man, there were some great trades on low time frames in that candle. Right? Great trades. But it pulls back up, open up. You tap the 3 SD band. This is a no-brainer. So I'm looking at this 11 length RMLR. It's up there, 30.8. I mean, we could see this happen. This could be the little push and then the pullback. Right? So be watching this to come up and tag this 11. Where's the 30? Let me see here. Yeah, below. Oof, oof, oof. Oh, boy. Dead in the middle of these things. But here's what it's got going for it. All right, let me turn off. Okay. All right. You had three 4-hour candles literally closed outside the deviation bands. It's been going sideways, right? Because we know where that wick went, right? We know where these wicks are going into, the top of that range. You were at the top side. This thing hasn't mean reverted yet, right? But at this moment, it's trying to mean revert up to the 11. It's right up here. What if this thing runs up there, like I said, to like 30.8 or something, 31K, and then mean reverts to the 30 down to 29.1 or something? It's going to be a wild ride. Gonna be wild. I say that because it hasn't happened yet. And look where we were. All right? 3 SD band. You get down to these 3 SD bands, sometimes 2 SD, mean reversion is probably coming. Mean reversion is probably coming. Good times. So let's take a peek at what's sold 20, almost $25. All right. Let's do the same thing here with Dixie. This is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, 3 SD band. Let me pull this in, scale this a little. There we go. No, that was a 2 SD. My bad. 2 SD band, huh? But that is the 30. Where is oof? Okay. And there's the 11. All right, so you're down here at the 2 SD band. Just go sideways. Mean reverts and rejects. Got the 33 power mean up here at like 102. This thing can still move to the downside. There's no doubt about it. What's that on the 4-hour? Let's go to a daily. Scale this down. 2 SD band on the daily. 33 power mean way up here. Yeah, at some point this dollar is going to bounce. There's no doubt about it. I already looked at the 4. Okay, boom. I didn't want to change time frames. I wanted to load the 30 up here. Yeah. Let's not forget we have an intersection here to the downside. Now this is a daily. Let me go to the 4-hour. Was that 30 on the 4-hour? Right above it too. We had the intersections. Within a couple candles, the dump. As it mean reverted too. So you get the intersection, right? It crosses down the 30 power mean here. A few candles later, after it mean reverts, boop, pops. Yep. Pops. And what's great about this indicator is we project the future mean, the log returns. You know, I mean, they were always saying this can't be done. This can't be done. We proved yes, it can be done. If you knew how this was happening, you would just be like, oh my God, it's literally plain in sight, smacking you right in the face. Right? Just never seen it before. I never noticed it. Never. Why would you? But when you know why this is populating, it's mind-blowing, right? We're not going to tell. We're not going to say why. We don't want to give anybody a heads up on how to really create this stuff. This was hard. Praise Van. Guy's smart. No doubt about it. Me and Yasha jumped into this thing so hard when he first dropped it. And we both, about the same time, were like, hold the dough. Wait a minute. Something's happening here. What? They said this couldn't be done, and you're doing it. And it wasn't even the reason why you created the indicator in the first place, is what was funny. I remember some of the first conversations. I know Yasha does. He's like, hey, that's not even what I was going for. It's like, well, that's what we're going for. You created a beautiful indicator, my friend. Yes, you did. So cute. Yeah, let's throw it up there. Why not? Got them right here. That's the NASDAQs, right? Yeah, there they are. Okay, what's this?
If they want to mean revert, they look like they're almost there.
Yeah, let me see here. Okay, so if we're going on the 11 length, we just crossed up the 30 power mean. I mean, this thing's got upside. Where is the 30? Probably up below 2. Below 2.
What time frame are you looking at?
Oh, this is a 4-hour.
Oh, okay. So it's still, I'm on a 15-minute.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm going to start here. So there's the 30. I want to look at that. Should have looked at the daily first is what I should have done. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got the freaking the 1030 commuter coming through, baby. Taking everybody into Detroit.
Yeah.
I remember going to that Colts Detroit Thanksgiving game. I mean, God, man, that was years ago. But we jumped on there because our hotel like had an entrance onto the. I mean, do they even call it an L there? Is it an L? I know it's an elevated train.
Yeah. People mover is what they call it.
So we jump on that thing,
Yeah.
dude. It was like Escape from New York and shit. What a shit show that was. What a shit show. Me and my brother were just like, we had to bow up. Be like, yeah, these are our parents. You better back off. I mean, there were some scumbags on there giving all kinds of crazy looks. It's like you're dealing with a couple boys that are hopped up on Jack Daniels in a Colts victory. You better back off. We would have ended up in jail that night for sure. My brother's a big boy, though. My brother's a big boy. So, I mean, I'm not small, but he makes me look tiny. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so, I mean, damn, NASDAQ on the daily. Holy shit, man. Yeah, this thing's running. This thing is running. Where is the 30? Below 2. Yeah, below 2. Tough. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to go all the way down to the 33 minute. Let's see where this thing. Ooh, yeah. Telling you. No, you're right. You look on a 33 minute chart. This thing nailed the 3SD band. Look at the wicks right into it each time. Boop. Boop. 3SD moves too. That's why any of you out there that don't understand the distribution, you think the algos understand the distribution? 100% they do, man. These levels get hit. So, I mean, look at this last candle. Holy crap. You open up, you dump to the 95 for Laplace, and then pump to the third standard deviation. Like P-Funk just said, all right? It's a monster. It's a monster. Trading these minis. So, considering 2 candles in a row hit the 3SD band, it's a no-brainer. This thing's hard, too. What's $1 doing right now? Makes sense, though, when you know where this weekly tight range is, and that's all this was, to be honest. You get down here, you were below power mean band and stuff on low time frames, sure, from that dump the other day. Whoop, right to it. Would be a good place to reject. Sure would. And considering when you're looking at the RMLR, where's the 30 length? Way down. Yeah, this thing's.
What does that mean, man?
It could. It 100% could. Let me turn this on. Yeah, and even on the 30 length, I mean, hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 candles, almost 5 33-minute candles are up here at the 3SD band. I do like that. Seeing that now, P-Funk, yeah, man. I could see this thing down there under 13 again easily. Because that's the 11 length and the 33 length. What is that? What is this weird ass line? Oh, we got an artifact here, man. Look at this thing. I don't know where the hell this thing's. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's a future projection. It's just a little confused. I guarantee it here. I'm telling you, man, this 33-minute time frame throws TradingView into a whackville.
What is weird about that? That's totally, you can see the line before on the 33.12. Put it back on that time frame and you'll see it. Yeah,
but it's supposed to project, not from the middle.
No. What's the thing that's confusing you?
It's not confusing me. It's a data. Look at the future. It's projecting a future mean of log returns way back here.
From the previous line, dude. 30 candles before it.
What?
No.
Yasha. You see this blue? Do you see the solid blue line here? That's not a.
Oh, that's just one RMLR? Yeah, no, that's
It's like a data feed error or something. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's a 33-minute time frame, man. It throws this shit out of whack. I'm telling you.
It wasn't showing up focused on my screen. I thought it was the same one as the one below it because it was fuzzy. But now it loaded clearly and I could see it.
Gotcha. Here's the 30 on the 15. This is kind of what probably P-Funk's looking at. I mean, this thing's up here riding big time. But look, it just dumped down to where? There it is. 95 for Laplace, second standard deviation, and just ripped right back up. This makes more sense on the 15. That's still, even on the 15 minutes, back down below 13. Yep. Could be happening. I'm telling you, man, this dollar's got to show a little strength for anything like this to happen. Which it's pretty much, it looks like the writing's on the wall. I'll be looking there. Bitcoin's getting frisky. Look out. It's heading towards this resistance level again. Oh, let's see what happens. See, send a Trojan horse. Send some mad honey up to them bears. You guys seen about the mad honey? Have you watched that Rogan episode where he's got the dude in there? That mad honey's insane, dude. It's like hallucinogenic honey. Oh, Jesus. They're just eating spoonfuls of it on the podcast. All of a sudden, they're just fried.
You ever seen the guy that goes out to hunt it?
Yeah, dude. How crazy is that? How they get it? But I'll be honest. I've probably done more than that to go get some hallucinogens. Oh boy. But yeah, I can this dollar definitely wants to bounce. And like, even P-Funk just said, I mean, that the kind of writing's on the wall. This dollar is going to find a little strength, and these things will dump. These things will dump out. Bitcoin, I don't know. Bulls are in control of this thing. They're going to continue to run this stick up the rabbit's boot for sure. For sure. Well, it's starting to get warm. Time to take a hoodie off. Got down to like 50 last night, so I woke up. Didn't have any heat on. I was like, oh, it's a little chilly. Might need a hoodie on this bald ass head. Not bald. I just got a bald spot. I don't like to show it, man. It's crazy. I'd rather shave my head. I'm getting used to being bald early. It happens. Then I got my Klingon forehead. Some chick one time, she's like, you need Botox. I was like, you need slapped. Botox? You shitting me? These women don't even know what the hell they're putting in their body. It's literally botulism. People are so stupid. It blows my mind. Oh, doctors have figured out, though. It's all local and stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know a woman who, she got Bell's palsy from it. Half her face is just like, good, for the rest of her life now from Botox. It's ridiculous. People are dumb. I don't know what you're going to do. Most of them are in the United States, if you didn't know. It's insanity over here. I used to be like, bring everybody, come on over, the American dream. Now I'm like, stay away. This place is a shit show. I'm getting ready to find an expat. I'm going to go find Fur Primal. He's down there in Playa Venao. That's where Fur Primal's at. Little expat town in Panama. It's like 6 hours from any city, just in the boonies, right on the water. Beautiful place. He was renting a place for like, I think, $400 US a month. So now I had a pool. Beautiful. I'll go down there and live like high on the hog for the rest of my life. Okay. What time is it? 10:40. Holy shit. What you saying?
I'm talking to myself. Sorry, I'm just trading. You're willing shit to happen. The horns on.
Yeah. Here goes the dollar. Here goes the dollar. Yeah. And the definitely the NASDAQ minis are definitely away from themselves. Or the S&P, man, they got up above the weekly. They could find support here. But you got NASDAQ's a little bit of trouble. Right? I mean, you had the weekly range on the SPY minis inside the 68.3 Laplace. Hell, on NASDAQ, it's way outside 68.3 Laplace. It's up above the first standard deviation. You see the difference? First standard deviation's outside on SPY. So it's got some running to do. I'm surprised, to be honest, the SPY minis didn't run up to this 1 SD. am surprised. Makes me think it will find support on this weekly.
What's the number on this? I can't see that screen. What's the number? I don't have that.
What's it at right now? 41.42.
It's there right now.
Yeah. Sitting right on top of the 68.3 Laplace. So it's got a lot of support right now. I'm not saying this thing can't plunge right back through it, just like it went up through it. It can. But I'm saying, compared to what NASDAQ looks like it's in the mean reversion happening. NASDAQ is...
right now.
Yep. NASDAQ definitely has a higher probability of really getting crushed here. And if SPY can find... Because it's also center of the daily. Center of the daily is above that tight weekly 68.3 Laplace right here. Man, if the S&P minis can find a way to stay above the center of this daily, while the dollar does its thing, wherever it's going to go, I mean, it's still doomed, but it's due for a bounce big time. The returns will mean revert. That's just what they do. That's what the probabilities are all about. When you get a variance outlier that goes to a 3SD, look out, man. Returns are going to mean revert. This is what people don't understand. This is why people get wrecked. This is why people buy tops, sell bottoms, do the silly things they do, because they're using lagging indicators, because they're listening to other people. What the hell are you doing? It's your money. Why are you going off of, and I'm even saying that for us. Learn this. Don't just don't take it from me. This is why we do this. We're not going to give signals. We're here to teach people how to do this. All right. So if you're just another one of those that's just bouncing around Discords and YouTube channels looking for signals, get out of here, man. That's not what we're about. Just kick mud. I'm telling you that. Bilbo saying, go on an adventure. Go to Mordor or something. Go to the YouTube Jimmy channels. They'll give you all the bad signals that you want. They'll pour that honey in your ears. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's unfortunate. The biggest problem is none of them trade. Very few of them trade. Very few of them. So there's that. Yeah, there's not much. We're treading. We're waiting here. I mean, Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin wants his Fisher on the 5-day. This is going to be a riot. If Bitcoin does bust out to the top side of that weekly range and it runs a few grand, $3,000 to come up and check on this Fisher, look out. Look out. Because once it does that coming into the end of this week, like I said, very high probability it closes below where it's at right now. Right, that it will close below like 30,500, I think 550. It's pushing right to there again. And so I've never said it can't do it, because it surely can bust through these. But we have what? 4 days until the close still? So a lot can happen. A lot can happen. It can get outside. But that just, I'm telling you, you talk about a magnet, the top of this weekly range, if it gets away, man, it'll get sucked back down into it. It'll get sucked. But then you got to go to the RMLRs. You got to use a workflow on there to see, okay, where are we? Yeah, this thing's definitely. And if it moves that quick, you're going to be up at 3 SD bands, right? Mean reversion on its way, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anything anybody wants to take a peek at? Any assets? What are we doing?
Yes, please.
Aptos.
Aptos. Okay.
Are we Aptos?
Yeah, APT.
Oh yeah.
APT USDT.
Now I'm just gonna go and spell it. There it is. Tether on KuCoin. Yeah. Or was that the one? What's got the longest history? All you Aptos heads.
It might be Gate.io.
Gate.io.
Or
right.
Yeah, or if you type in whatever it is, APT USD, then look for the Binance version.
Yeah.
It's like calculated by TradingView. I wouldn't trade it on the 1 minute, but you can look at it for like higher term stuff.
Yeah, also KuCoin has Aptos from day one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, but obviously it hadn't been around a while. We're not even going to check out. Let's go to the daily. Because remember, we've done this before. There's not a lot of history. It's pushing. It's pushing outside the power mean bands, the top side right now. And that's on a daily. Let me see here. No div. There wasn't any div. I mean, from way back here. Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah, it was. It's been building up some bear div or bull div. Now you're getting a little bounce off the zero mean, but we're talking about it's from these levels. It's from these levels back here. So it's been building for a long time. Look at the correlation too. Right?
Isn't a very big bull div this one on the return oscillator?
On what time frame? Daily?
What are you? I'm watching. What are you watching?
I'm on a daily right now.
Yeah, because I see that the return oscillator touched like the bands on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just going upside. So it seems a pretty big bull div.
You know what? Here's where it is, because you see this low right here. These are pretty much all higher lows, except this area right here, which it did play out. You can see it right here. Boom. We got this little move up to the reverse wave trend. But here's where it's coming from. Right here, when it came down from the top side and tested the wave trend, the lowest low that we're seeing right here, these are all higher lows. These are all higher lows. And from that area, these are all lower lows. So now you're getting the pop. Now you're getting a pop down here. But immediately you're outside the power mean band. Immediately. Let me go to a 4-hour. Because this is probably going to, yeah, man. Look what happened last time. Something's got to give. That was all hidden, right? There's your higher lows, and here's your lower lows. Then bam, it popped. Where'd the move really start? It crosses a zero mean. Boy, it started, and then look at the returns oscillator turned down right here with hidden bear, and it was just like, no thanks. Turned right back up. But look at the fishers. Look at the fishers. Fishers are moving. Whoa, what happened to my volatility here? Reset price scale. There we go. Yeah, expansion. Expansion positively correlated. What is this, 4-hour? Let me look at the 2400. 2400's expanding. Let's take a peek here. Let's go all the way to number 3. Yeah, significantly positively correlated. This is the 2400 down here. So 981's contracting, right? 525 and 2400 are expanding positively correlated. 981 would not be shocked if this thing's negatively correlated, and it is. Right? So you got the 981 contracting negative, 525 and 2400 expanding positively correlated. Are we seeing that in the price action? What the volatility is telling us? Yeah. Power move too. You got 981 saying walk up. The other two are saying let's go. Choo-choo train time. And it's moving. It is moving. What we really need to do though, because it's been on a little bit of a run. Whoops. Let me go back over here real quick. Did I throw this shitter on my list? I don't think I did. It's time. It's time. Oh, crypto. There you are. Now, let's go over here. There's Aptos. Let's get rid of Musk coin. Now, okay, you look where the data set's at. What did it run to? Top side of the monthly range. Let's give this. I want to blow this up a little bit. So that being said, I need one pane with Aptos. There we go. So, where did it find support at down here? The weekly range, right? Let me see something. Let's go back to the beginning of the week. Okay, yeah, already tested. That's what I was wondering, if this was the test on the weekly. No. Immediately opened up, right? Here's the bulls. Right at the end of that's not the end of last week. Knuckle. Go back one more day. Give me a second here. Come on. Dude, this thing all locked up again. Here's a new weekly. So yeah, the bulls run it up to right to where the weekly's going to be. you can see kind of found support on the bottom side of the 68.3 at the beginning of the week. Went up right into the weekly range, hasn't looked back. Got away from it a little bit, right? Ran up into the monthly. I'd look at that as a rejection. I mean, that was the first standard deviation, right? 2. So it rejects, go back up, test that monthly range again, reject hard. Where? Right to the weekly. Now it was going sideways on the weekly range. I mean, how many times are you going to test up? And that's the first standard deviation on that daily to the downside. This thing's got a mind of its own right now, this chart. Jesus. But yeah, use it as support again. Here it is. Boom. What? Third time? Right back up into the monthly. This time, though, it's at the top side. So this weekly range, there's the first resistance level. Let's see. Let's drag this down. Second resistance level, 12.8. Third resistance level, 13.5. So this thing's out of massive range. It can move. It can definitely move. Considering, look, top of the monthly. Man, if it finds a footing up here, it'll probably run. It will probably run.
I guess first Bitcoin need to go down a bit so the alt can pump, isn't it? Because if Bitcoin like going down, it could be like the liquidity it's flowing into altcoins.
Yeah, people taking profit, putting them in the alts. That's when you know the bull's back, right? We know how these markets work. When you start seeing Bitcoin pulling back a little bit and then the alts pumping, you're like, all right, game time. Here we go. The party's back. Good stuff. So yeah, no, I agree 100%. We're going to have to see here what it does at the top of the monthly here, though. Definitely going to have to see. And this thing already today, hello. I mean, it almost did a 2SD run already. Usually when you get up above something like this, you might see a 2SD move, maybe 95 for Laplace today. Let me see here. Having an outlier on the 4 hour too, man. Starting to drop out of a random walk, and we already talked about the volatility. This thing's definitely got some gas in the tank. Definitely got some gas in the tank.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How are the priorities between the volatility ranges? I mean, the daily, weekly, and monthly.
Well, it's like, obviously, the monthly is going to be like the biggest determining factor. And that's what we're dealing with in Aptos right now, right? We're right at the top of the monthly range. But then, so once you get a new monthly range, you're going to have 4 weeklies within that as you progress through the month. And a depending on how many days in the month, right? You're going to have anywhere from 28 to 31 days. Boom. Inside that monthly range. So being able to, if you're intraday trading, right, those daily levels are the most important to me. But if just say those daily levels are creeping and creeping and creeping through the month and they get to the top of the monthly range, that's going to help me with my bias saying, okay, this party's over for a little while. This is probably you're going to start seeing these daily ranges stair-stepping down now. That's how I kind of look at it. They all work together. But it's like,
there isn't like a hierarchy in how strong is a range. I mean, like a monthly range, it's more strong to pass instead of a daily range.
Yes, in my opinion, yes, especially the resistance and support levels on the monthly, because they're right. You could have a whole weekly range, resistance and support inside like the first resistance and support level on the monthly. Yeah, those monthly levels, and it's a progressive thing, right? Because it's what you want to see. You want to see weekly levels populating above the center of the monthly range, dailies on top of the weekly, on top of the monthly. I mean, that's how this whole thing kind of progresses throughout the whole month when you get a new range. But like when we get the new monthly range, it's the first thing I'm looking for, right? I'm going right to the monthly. I'm going to see where the areas are. Then I'm going to start focusing on that first weekly range. Where is it? Where is it in the monthly? Is it above the center? Is it below the center? Where are the dailies populating now? And that kind of gives me an idea, of, are the bulls or the bears in control here. And to see like what's happening every day. What distribution levels are we hitting? So, and it's everybody's going to use it differently too. Everybody's going to see something differently. And we talk about that all the time. It's like, we can teach you how to use this indicator, but I can't teach you how to use a workflow and see everything together and what's happening. And that's why it takes time just looking at all the charts, not focusing on one thing, right? But being able to look at everything that I always show, getting an idea, right? And I'm always going to come back to, when I'm looking at bear and bull div, I'm also looking, where are we in the RMLR, right? Where are we on these volatility bands? I mean, I'm looking at the, the NASDAQ minis right now, and man, there's a lot of time frames where it's just nailing the 3SD band. At some point, this thing's going to mean revert. It's going to pull back hard. That's why using these low time frame ones too, when you're trading intraday options or something, dude, it's ridiculous. Really is. I mean, so what if you're up here? What if you're up here and you see a bunch of bear divs? Say this is like a 3, it is a 15. Say there is a bunch of bear div building and you're already at the 3SD band, and say this is SPY. I'm looking for some puts, man, going into the end of the day, probably. That's what I'm probably doing. But is there? Let's go. 15 minute. Could be, right? Now this whole move right here, none, right? No bear div. Even these highs on the returns oscillator are flat. So little weak bear, right? Little weak bear. But now look at the returns oscillator. You get a higher high here, and the returns oscillator comes up and rejects with some bear div on the 15 minute, that's probably where you're going to see pull back to the power mean band, maybe test a wave trend down here on the 15. Because is it way outside? Did it test it here? Hell no. It found support on the top of the band and just rocket shipped up. At some point, this will come down and test this area. That's why, like right now, I'm probably on Aptos. I would be putting all my risk to downside scalps, to be honest. That's what I'd be doing. But obviously, I haven't worked the full workflow on it, so that might change. But that's how I look at it, right? With the volatility ranges and where are we on the RMLR, deviation bands. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And when you take all that into account, you're a machine, man. I mean, you're pretty much, exactly what's happening in these markets, where there's a lot of people out there. If you're using lagging indicators, go ahead, lie to me. Tell me you know what's happening, because you don't. I've been there. Been there. You don't. You damn sure don't trust it. And people that are always talking about, well, my edge this, my edge that, you pretty much know they don't have an edge. They're trying to talk it up to themselves, right? Because you don't trust it. I trust this stuff all day. I've made the mistake of not trusting these indicators, and it'll kick you in the butt every time. Go ahead, Yasha.
Something real.
Yeah.
I'm sure you covered it already, but it's the 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin is having that intersect, right, with the 3012 and the RMLR. And it's been having an intersect with the last several candles, which on the 30 power mean and the 3012 RMLR, which is very much in line with having the move that we've been having for the past several candles to the upside. So this does not surprise me at all that we're having an up move right now. So yeah, and the next several candles I'll have one because we're literally having an intersect right now. So
yeah.
And it could start back down on the next candle in another hour or so. Start snapping back down.
Yeah,
because the RMLR is up.
And so you see, and yeah, like you're saying, and also look on the 30 length, or sorry, not the 30. Come on. There we go. Wait a minute. Let me turn off that freaking. Which one is that? Is that the 11? Hold on here.
I think your UPM, your power mean set to 33, right? Or is that 30? 33?
No, I changed it to 30.
Is that 30?
I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let me see. I might not have saved it. I might not.
3012 are
no, it's 30
on top of the 3012 on Millars.
Yeah, it is. But here's the thing, right? We were down at that 3SD band, on this 11 length RMLR. Now it's making its way back up here. So I could definitely see Bitcoin up here. Like I said, 30.9, 31, but watch out. It could bust through the top of this weekly range, but by Sunday night close, I mean, it's such a probability this thing pulls back. And look what we just hit on the 4 hour, 95.4 Laplace. That wick went right to it. If you go over here, you go to Bitcoin, 4 hour. Look at that wick right to it. That's the 95.4 Laplace on this 4 hour candle. Did it? I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. The algos run the distribution, man. Run the distribution. I mean, look at this, right? Early on in the open, right? You pump up to the center, come down, find support on the bottom of the daily, run it up above the 68.3 Laplace with the wick, pulls back. Why? Well, on a daily, there's a 68.3% chance the data set closes in this range right here. And once again, find support on the daily, right in the center of the daily range. Where does it run up to this time? Right to the first resistance level on the daily volatility range. Then where does it find support? Top side of the, do you see how this works when we're talking about the distribution? There's a reason why we use this, people. Jesus. So now you bounce off the top side of the 68.3. I mean, look at all the wicks down into it. Dang, 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 bounce. Another one, bounce, bounce. I mean, do you see what's happening here? These are shots across the bow saying, here we go. There's the top of the range again. I mean, that wick literally at the 95.4 Laplace on this 4 hour candle almost got back, right? We had a wick the other day right to it. Yesterday, boom, we had this one. That's the top side of the 68.3. It was close again. Scroll back there a few days, or the day before that. There it is. Boom. So we're knocking on that door again. 3 times, 4 times. This thing definitely has no chill right now. So it won't shock me. And that's what people are like, you said it wouldn't. I'm like, no, you need to listen to what I'm saying. This is a weekly level. The weekly doesn't close for literally 4 days. So can it get through here? Yeah, it can. Hell, the 1SD's up here at 30.9. It could definitely run up here. But by the end of the weekly close, high probability it closes below like 30.550. It can do whatever it wants now. It really can. And if it does get through here, that just shows you even how much more the bulls are in control. But guarantee you that's going to be setting up bear div. Why do I say that? Because if it gets through this level, guess what happened? The bears are like, screw it. If I can't beat them, join them. It happens all the time, man. When you get one side, it's just like, we're going to knock your teeth out. You ever picked up your teeth with broken fingers? Here's what's about to happen. And it just crushes them. If it gets through the bears waiting here, the bears, they could flip their algos, man, and run this thing. But I guarantee you, because of that happening, because of that side just laying down and saying, have at me, baby, you're going to pull back hard when it gets up to a certain level. But the bears will try to keep it below this area. Guarantee it. It's going to be a struggle. It'll take a power move. Volatility expansion for sure. Volatility expansion. Like, was it the 4 hour? Like what you're seeing on the 4 hour. That's why I'm saying this right now. This 4 hours. This 4 hour volatility read right here is exactly what you want to see for a pump. Oh, wait a minute. Jesus, that's What? That's Aptos too? Hold on. What the fuck? Wasn't Bitcoin like that on the 4 hour? Was that Aptos the whole time? Tell me I wasn't looking at it. No, that was giving you the Aptos read for whatever reason. So now let's check out Bitcoin 4 hour. I can already see the contraction on the low time frame. Contraction on the low length, right? Look, negatively correlated. Contracting volatility. Let me blow this up. Make sure I'm seeing this. The others are expanding. Let's see if they're both positively correlated. Let's see if they're both positively correlated. But yeah, to get back to Aptos, look out, man. That thing could rip. That thing could rip. Bitcoin too. Let me see something. Correlation's starting to break. It's positive though. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. See, the 2400 is more important in my opinion. And it is definitely shooting. Came out of the depths of negative correlation, man. That thing is rocketing right now with the expansion. Look at the APPs, though. The APPs are literally all at almost 100%. Right? That's not overbought. That's not oversold. That's price percentile. That's just saying, look, there's some exhaustion here. There is some exhaustion here. That's why they're on here. It looks like a lot of noise, but if you understand what each one of these lines is telling you, it's bonus material, man. Let me get this back so I don't forget to change it and give myself some bad reads. Done that before. Anytime you're ever looking at volatility and you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. What they told me about these 6 scenarios with volatility, expansion and contraction and correlation breaks, the price action isn't doing what it's supposed to. Make sure you're correlated. Make sure you have the right lengths, right? Don't have it like on AVR3 and you're looking at freaking the 525. You're not going to get a good read. You got to make sure you're on. That's why I always make sure I change these back. My base wants to be on the 525, which is contracting. What just dropped off a cliff right there? Was that the 981? Which is great, remember, because it was breaking negatively correlated. So now you've got the 525 and 981 contracting negatively correlated, and you got the 2400 expanding positive. Yeah, man, this thing's setting up to make a little move here. Really is. And look, right? Look at this pullback on the 4 hour. What was the return oscillator doing the whole time? Rising. When did it start to make its move? How many times do I have to say this? When it crossed the zero mean. Look at the correlation building right now as this thing rises. Look at the fissures. This is on a 4 hour. So if you see that on the 4 hour, all you got to do is know how to work this, right? Use the workflow. Use it to your advantage. Use it to your advantage to get these good entries, to know when to exit, all right? To know when to take profit. Like right now, dude, where would I have taken profit at? And look at the bears beat the hell out of this thing when it got there. Did you get a wick above? Yeah, but man, I'm telling you, they're drunken high on honey up here, just waiting for something to happen, right? They got their furry thing in their hand, just sitting there, have no clue what's happening, right? They're just waiting for a data set to get up there so they can just pound it. That's why I'm still to the point, even though with the volatility read, it's going to be tough, man. These bears are going to battle. They are going to battle. They got a whole gang of these furry creatures up here, man. They're probably smoking honey rocks. I wouldn't doubt it. There's nothing else to do when you're a bear in a bull market. He said we're in a bull market. And guys, we just bounced from 15.5 to $30,000. And this is what the bear market in crypto does to people. It puts them in the hurt locker and just shakes them around until they're just dumb. They don't know what's going on. Guys, Bitcoin just did a 100% move. And people are like, we're in a bear market. I was like, what? What? Dude, this thing is cooking right now with good oil. But just like it happened the previous week, man, immediately this thing rockets to the top side of the weekly range. And then a lot of people want to call it's consolidating. It's consolidating. All these words are just, once you start trading the VEPS, you're like, what? What's it doing? There's only buying and selling going on. All right. So take all that terminology and just stuff it in your back pocket and start to learn to trade the VEPS, man. Learn where these levels are at. Sometimes I want to just throw up traditional TA to just see what's going on, just to prove a point. But that's not why we're here. We already know. We don't have to compare the VEPS to anything, right? We know what the algos are running. People can be in denial all they want. We don't really care, right? As you have noticed, we could care less. We could care less if you come to our Discord. We could care less if you even want to learn this. But we're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. And the smart ones that find us, they find us for a reason. Those are the ones we're here for, man. All right? We want them to thrive. We want them to learn this stuff, right? Because it just spreads the message even farther. And that's what we're doing. Dude, are we advertising? No, not at all, man. We don't have anything out there. We don't advertise at all about this stuff. As you see, go look at YouTube Jimmy. What a train wreck. Train wreck. All right, we're about to wrap this up. Yeah, 11:10 got away from me. I got stuff to do, like mint more ordinals.
Hey, can you run the SPY?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me switch this up here. What's this thing doing? Got up on top, huh? Got up on top of the 68.3 Laplace. Let's see on low time frames here. Whoops. Let's go to SPY. What are we on? 4 hour? And when I'm really cooking in high mode, this is my start point. If you really wanted to know, 33:15, 9 minute, right? This is giving me this will tell me when I need to immediately pull the 3 minute up and get my good entry. Okay, so 33 minute. Yeah, I mean, look, you found the SPY found that support yesterday, right, on the 99. Boom. Now it's at the top of the power mean band right now. That's why I'm kind of like, and what does it set up, guys? Setting up hidden bear right now. Setting up hidden bear at the top of the power mean band. The top of the power mean band. While, whoops, let me kick this back on the 8. I want to see the dollar real quick. As the whoop, that's SPY. That's right. Boop. Interesting. All right, this is what I thought. This is what exactly. Let's see what happens when it gets back up to the 68.3 and that monthly support level. It's turn resistance. Dollar didn't like it. I'll tell you what, man. These dollar bears, they'll chase this damn data set all the way down through here too, man. They'll set up roadblocks. There's no doubt. This dollar's going to have some trouble. So now going back over to SPY, it's like, yes, on the 33 minute, we're at the top. Where's this on the power mean band on the 4 hour? This is why I'm continuing to go back where, dude, I really think the dollar is going to make a little bit of a move here. SPY is at the top side of the power mean bands, like 4 hour and down. Where's it at on the daily? Probably the top side too. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. Yeah, outside, man. I'm telling you. And the volatility, shit. Put it this way, and there's the rest of this week could be real interesting. Real interesting. But right now, I just don't see any upside. I just don't. Too far outside this power mean band. But look over here. Right? I mean, it can just, this power mean band in the 4 hour can just flip up and chase the data set. Doesn't have to come back immediately. Does not have to come back immediately. So this is something right here where, now my bias, if I was intraday trading this, especially like, puts and calls, my bias would be to the puts, man. Now I'm talking about like, am I buying one lot? If I'm scalping like a call, probably one lot. Puts, I'm probably going to push that. I'm probably going to push that to like 5. And that's how I do that in options. Just like when I talk about if I'm scalping the futures, whatever my bias is. If I'm trading with a Bitcoin, say I'm trading Bitcoin futures and I'm literally trading with 30K. Why in the hell does somebody need to use leverage on that? What the entitlement, man. It's ridiculous. Really? Trading with 30K is not enough. Do you know how fast you can get wrecked just doing that? And you want to add leverage? Oh, good Lord. Be careful. But that's how I use my bias in that, where if I was scalping to the downside on Bitcoin, I'm probably going to scalp with that whole Bitcoin. But if I'm counter trading my bias and taking some scalps to the top side, I could be using 0.1 Bitcoin, right? 1/10 of the account. That's all about, it's risk. It's risk control, right? It's all about size too. I'm not using any leverage. That's the first feather in your cap right there when you realize shit can leverage, stop using it. That's why it gets interesting in options, because there is an inherent built-in leverage, right? We all know that. You buy one lot, it's 100 shares of stock. That's why you get up there above 5, you're buying 10 lots. Be careful, man. That's tiny, tiny. This is where the Greeks come in. This is where you need to learn about the Greeks and understand every dollar drop in an asset, how much that, I mean, dude, it could wreck you so fast. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's why you got to be quick. You got to monitor your trades. Get out of bad trades. If I could tell anybody anything, you want to be a profitable trader, it's all going to start with getting out of the bad ones. You can't take losses, period. That's why. Stick to it. That's what MJ said yesterday about Hedgeye. That's why we like them, right? We like Hedgeye because they have a plan and they stick to it. Same here. Get a plan and stick to it. That's all you got to do. And one of them is if that entry turns around on you. Say you're getting entries on the 3-minute. It's this simple. What if the next 3-minute candle pulls back below and closes below your entry? I'm telling you right now, get out of the trade. It's that easy. Just exit it. Take that tiny little loss. Do you know how good it feels when that's what people don't understand. It feels better getting out of a bad trade once you get that mindset than it does to win a trade. Because you know what you're doing. You're limiting that loss. And the upside potential is so massive. That would be my first thing to tell anybody. Just get out of bad trades. Get out of them quick. Do not let the market take it from you. It just it happens too much. People just sit in bad positions and just watch it go even deeper, saying, oh, well, it's going to bounce at some point. It's so nuts. And I've seen people literally as they're getting deeper and deeper underwater, instead of getting out of the trade, what are they doing? They're adding. It's like they're dollar cost averaging on the way down into a trade that's getting ready to wreck it. So what are you doing there? You're adding on. Dude, that liquidation point could have been down here. You're adding on to a bad position going down, right? That liquidation point is coming up so fast on you. Oh, man, oh, man. This is how people get wrecked and get wrecked bad. These are the stories you hear about. The bad decisions people make when they're trading. I mean, it's so simple. It really is. There's only buying and selling. And if you get out of bad positions and take profit on good ones, don't. I mean, seriously. It's not like we're teaching calculus here. This is common sense shit that people just don't get. And if you're in trading discords all the time, there's not a lot of common sense going around now, is there? There's a lot of dumb shit happening. Just blows my mind. I don't interact with a lot of it because I'm that guy. That's who I am to a lot of people. I'm that guy. Use a 3-minute or 15 for the VRE. 15-minute for sure. 15-minute. You can set it on any time frame. But the 15-minute for me, why do I use a 15-minute? Because a 3-minute candle can close above or below a certain area and it can just, boom, it can move the other way so fast. But when I'm seeing 15-minute candles close, it sets up it's better in my mind, right? That's why I use a 15-minute for sure. The only time you'll ever see me change it is at the beginning of a trading day when you get a new day or a new 4-hour. I want to see these ranges populate quicker. I'll throw it on a 1-minute just to get the ranges every minute, right? Because sometimes, I mean, you look at that chart, they're piled. Everything's piled together. So you got to do what you got to do to see them for sure. This could be good though, right here. I'm telling you, man. This is what I said about SPY, right? You're up here above the top side of the 68.3. So the micros too. NASDAQ though. NASDAQ's the one that's got the weekly range up here. SPY's above them. SPY's above them, and the dollar's rejecting. Keep your eyes open today. Keep your eyes open today. But yeah, SPY, man. Yeah, you're chilling. This thing is just laying on the top side of the 68.3. This has got a lot of support. Daily range, weekly range. Now it's sitting on the 68.3. If this dollar goes heads down to this 1 SD again, you can see right now it's kicking up from the new, right? This is the dollar's new 4-hour, right? There's a 68.3 Laplace right there. And it sent a wick right up to the second resistance level on the daily. Look, it's just ranging right here on this 15-minute candle. If you close this 15-minute candle below that 4-hour range, man, it's probably going to drop right back down to this daily 1SD level. And then there's the first standard deviation below it. On this 4-hour candle on the dollar, it closes below there. Look out, man. This thing could run to the 2SD. Then you'll really see these markets probably pump. But then you got Bitcoin, right? Beating its head on the top of that weekly range. So you're like, 1, 2, 3. This is like the fourth time, right? Just like these idiots with all this fracking and oil wells and shit. Look, when you drill small holes into a stone, it creates a point of fucking weakness. There's a reason why there's earthquakes all over these well sites. If people, I mean, this is a hobby of mine, right? Tracking earthquakes. Love it. If you have never watched Dutch Sense on YouTube, this guy's amazing, man. I mean, he is literally taking earthquake forecasting to the next level. He nails shit. It's pretty. You think VEPS is incredible? Go watch Dutch Sense. He'll blow your mind. You will know when to be prepared. And it is amazing how many earthquakes are happening around all these fracking sites, wellheads. You cannot drill all these holes into a piece of stone. It becomes a weak point, and earthquakes will run from a fault line right into that weak point. It's crazy. Yeah, alpha trading, man. We cover everything here. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Get bored trading all the time, right? Why not? Let's forecast earthquakes. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, but SPY, yeah, man. Once when this thing gapped up and then found support on that weekly, gigs up, man. I'm probably looking at the 1SD. Hell, I might even be looking like going into the end of the day. Might possibly be looking at a 412 or something. Right there at that first resistance level. 412.27. Probably even front run. Yeah, 412 is perfect. 412. Now I'm almost talking myself into it. Let me, what, P-Funk still on here? Yeah, what are the 412s right now? I don't even have my brokerage account up.
What's that?
What's a 412 call right now?
I don't have TC trade up. I'm only trading minis today.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
I wish I should have it up. I just don't.
I bet it's around 60 cents. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. This is the last thing I'm going to do on SPY. Get a quick peek here. Let's see. All right, monitor 3. Load the brokerage account.
Yeah, I'm loading mine now.
Let's see here. On SPY. Trade 0 DTs. What do we got the 412s at? Holy shit, man. Wow. They're under a quarter right now, man. I was thinking more the 411s are 55 cents. That might even be a better call. 411, to be honest. You could double that real quick, maybe. The expected move is about 411.7 to the top side. So the 411 is even better. But it's already went up a couple pennies as we speak. Downside's right at about 409. The expected move for today. And see where that baby started
What
out.
day are you looking at?
The 0 DTE on SPY.
I have the 411s at 55 cents.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said 25 cents. Okay, cool.
No, the 412 is at a quarter.
Oh.
That's why I thought the 412s would be about 60 cents. I was like to strike off. That's why I would even go more towards, because the 412's outside the expected move too, but that's almost, I'm trying to think what would be the best bang for the buck. It'd probably be the 411, but it's climbing quickly. It's already at 60. Interesting. Looks like they're shooting a little premium in here, man. Let me see. Yeah. That 411. I mean, I don't think you could go wrong from 411 or 412. To be honest, it's definitely looking like it wants it. There's no doubt about it. BTC is going to do its thing. I'm telling you, the bears are going to hammer down right here. They have every time. But hey, you get one nice expansion of volatility on a low time frame, full expansion, all three lengths. You could bust through here, and those bears will flip. Those bears will flip, and we could get that move up to like 31. But be careful. Be careful. Do you exit trade in the 3 minute close of entry? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when it comes to getting out of the position, say, Ron, that the only thing that's triggering me to get out is if that 3 minute candle closes below my entry. I don't care about anything else. I don't care where it's at in the VRE, because we know volatility can change in a heartbeat. I'm not going to take the chance, especially in Bitcoin. Holy shit, right? Everybody knows if you've traded Bitcoin, how fast you can get $500 underwater. It's best to get out of the position. So what if it ends up going, well, you just got the entry too early. Reevaluate, get in it again. I mean, you're taking simple little losses. If it rejects again, yep. And if it turns against you again, just get out. At that point, I'm probably not going to go at it again, to be honest. I'll wait for another occurrence. But obviously, if you're getting into a position and you're trading the VEPS, you're seeing an occurrence happen. But we all know you can start to have an occurrence. The volatility could be crashed, start to expand. Oh, if that correlation breaks, man. If that correlation breaks, oof. Yeah, since we've been talking, that 411's up 11 cents. I think that 411, about 5 minutes ago was probably a good buy. Would have probably been a good buy. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. But yeah, let's wrap this baby up. Let's wrap this up until tomorrow morning. Want to thank everybody watching live in the Discord. We always got a great crew. If you're watching live on TradingView, thank you for your support. Hit the rocket icon for us. Help us get out to other traders, right? If you're watching on Twitch, bravo, good job. If you're watching on YouTube, we really don't care. We got issues with YouTube. They can piss off, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, good stuff, guys. It was a good stream today. We covered a lot. Pretty powerful stuff. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll get back at it. Wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Alpha Trade.